it took almost 2 years to figure out what was going on. And it started when I went out. I was very athletic. I jogged, ran, played tennis, swim, and I went out to do my jog one morning in July, and I couldn't get my foot to lift. And it was just odd, so I came home and I was like, what's going on? My foot just keeps dragging along. And from July to December, it really just progressed. I would sort of try to squat down to get something out of the cupboard, and I couldn't get back up. Then I started having trouble going up the stairs. So I saw a neurologist at the med center, a friend. I called and I said, I don't know what's going on, something's weird here. And we did an MRI, and he said, you have 2 lesions, areas of lesions in your spinal cord. I'm 6 years into this process, and I have what they call primary progressive MS. There are 4 types of MS, and unfortunately I have the bad type, which comes later in life, but there is no cure, really very few interventions right now that are available that you can treat the symptoms, but you can't really treat the disease. Finally broke down and got a scooter, which I hate. I hate the term, I hate the whole idea of having to rely on it, but it got me through Eliza's soccer games this fall, and it was really important to me to be able to get out to the field and watch her play. Eliza is a great athlete, and she swims competitively. So like this winter, I'll be going into natatoriums for swimming. I have no idea what I'm going to face trying to get in and out. I look back and I think, I remember the time when I had to start using the cane, and I thought, oh, I hate this. I'll never use a cane. And now the cane's not really sufficient. And so clearly, you know, there are, each step of the way, I have to kind of accept this is a whole new dynamic for me. Okay, so we're here at the MRI research facility. My gut feel tells me that they will probably come back and say things have advanced. It's interesting when you do something like this yearly, kind of look back on where you were a year ago, how well you were walking, how things felt. And I won't be surprised if he says, you know, we've seen some enlargement and more activity. I've lost that independence to be able to just go off and do things on your own, which really bothers me. We went to pick up Alden's car once at the car dealer. She had her car serviced. I got out of the car to come around to the other side, and I fell. And I'm laying there in like the parking lot, and I couldn't get back up. And he was in there for like 25 minutes, and I'm just laying there going, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And then he came out, and I heard him say, Mary? Mary? And I'm like, I'm over here. I'm on the other side of the car. And you know, it's like, you learn to laugh a lot about it. It's just, sometimes it's just the most ridiculous thing. Will it reach a point where I'll need constant care and attention? That's really hard for me to talk about. So I hope not. It can, if you read about it, it can get progressively worse for people so that they're constantly either in a wheelchair, but my goal is to like never be in the wheelchair. I work really hard at trying to stay strong, and I just keep hoping that the timing of treatment will move quickly so that I would never have to be in that situation.
In general, she is an optimistic, I'm going to do what it takes and beat this kind of person. I think what she shows to you is who she is.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful